Today's daily crypto update is sponsored by Spective VR. Spective is a platform that enables users across the world to stream virtual reality content. Their token sale is currently live now with bonuses of 40% this week. They have a cap of $40 million for the token sale and 60% of the supply will be sold. Spective VR will make an appearance on the Fox Business Network in Q1 2018 with a potential audience of 100 million people. As you can see here, they also have a working alpha of their 360 streaming platform. If you want to learn more about Spective VR, the link to their website will be in the description of this video, and by using that link, you can get an extra 20% on your purchase tokens. Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. As per usual, I will be going over my normal schedule of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vergecoin, Monero, Omisigo, Lisk, Cardano, and IOTA. All of those, of course, in a more detailed technical analysis on TradingView in just a second. Other than that, let me go ahead and update you all on what's been going on with the general market. We can see that Bitcoin has been moving higher here, getting back to its all-time highs, up 10% over the past 24 hours. Ethereum up slightly, Litecoin up slightly. Cardano is one of the big movers today once again, up 86% over the past 24 hours, now above a $10 billion market cap. Pretty amazing move here for Cardano, getting close to 50 cents, and it really is pretty much establishing itself as one of the big brand name cryptocurrencies out there, big market cap cryptocurrencies. So it probably will be one of the leaders, I guess you could say, right? It's going to be one of the big boys, basically. And IOTA is dropping after its little bounce yesterday. Other than that, we can see that Dash broke above $1,000, up 25% in the past 24 hours. Monero doing well here, back above $350. Stellar Lumens climbing up slowly but surely, and yeah, has been moving up higher for a while now. Other than that, we have Tron. I don't know too much about this cryptocurrency, but it kind of came out of nowhere, and it's up 80% over the past 24 hours. It's been moving, massively over the past couple of days. And finally, the last couple ones I wanted to point out were Verge over here, up around 200% today, and really just climbed up the ranking massively here. Let's go ahead and take a look on the chart. I know that a lot of you wanted me to do a technical analysis on Verge, and I might get around to doing that, but we also have cash here that's up 44%, nice move there. But Verge basically, I mean, not really much to say here on the chart, but it pretty much took off massively, and just huge breakout now above 5 cents. So next stop is going to be 10 cents. Who knows, it could possibly make some kind of move like Cardano here, so we'll have to see how it plays out, but the fact that it got above 5 cents is a very good sign, and it really puts it in a whole new ball game, right? Let's go ahead and start off with the technical analysis on Bitcoin here. We can see that we got a big green breakout candlestick that pushed it to new all-time highs, put in an all-time high of $19,377 on Bitstamp. Our current candlestick right now is a little bit of an inverted hammer, so it's not able to break above that high just yet. We could very well see a move above $20,000 in the next week or two. As far as the indicators go, it's still looking pretty strong. The RSI is back above the downtrend line, MACD uptrending strongly. We broke out of the downtrend line on the histogram, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty much going to be just a question of can we get above our previous high here. I could see that happening, like I said, in the next couple of days, if there's enough strength, of course. But if we're going to see some kind of pullback, we just want to make sure that we hold above this uptrend line right over here, right? And for now, it's been doing it very well, so there's no reason why it should fail that, but who knows? For the time being, though, it's looking strong, and it does have a good chance of breaking above $20,000, which would once again be a massive move for Bitcoin. Let's go over to Ethereum now and take a look at what it's been doing. So Ethereum actually got a nice breakout today above its resistance level at $715. So getting back towards its all-time high area, which is $784. And now we put in a little bit of a bottom, as you can see, with our red candlestick over here and that long lower wick. So I do expect it to move back towards that $750 mark and then even go and test $800 probably within the next couple days. As far as the indicators go, the MACD did slow down a little bit, still above the orange line though. Histogram flattening out a little bit, and the RSI got a nice bounce today, getting close to the 80 line again. So it's looking good here. It looks like we have put in a bit of a bottom. We found support here, despite the fact that we had a big move. And yeah, I mean, this whole $700 area seems to be like it's going to be the new support level. So it's onwards towards $800 at this point. Let's take a look at Litecoin. And Litecoin got a nice bounce off that $300 mark. So it did dip a little bit below that. It wasn't looking great just a day or two ago, but it did also put in a pretty nice bottom here, like Ethereum did, and maybe the start of a bit of a U-shaped bounce. So hopefully we're going to see it climb back to $350 pretty quickly. We put in a high today of $333, sold off a bit from there. And, we do have decreasing volume, so it's not super strong just yet, but we are making our way back towards that $350 mark, which is kind of the final resistance before making it back to that all-time high level of $420. And I think it'll do that, like I said, maybe in the next 2-3 weeks. And we have this uptrend line over here that'll serve as support. Honestly, I can also put in a bit of a short-term uptrend line right over here, right, based on those 3 previous candlesticks that are constantly putting in higher highs and higher lows. So that is a good sign, and I do think it's going to continue to move higher. We also got a nice bounce on the RSI, and we want to make sure that we can get above the uptrend line over here. But I can even modify this uptrend line to put it like this, where we are still, on a longer term basis, uptrending on that RSI, which is a good sign, right? Let's go over to our next cryptocurrency, which is going to be Ripple, and take a look at how it's been acting. Of course, Ripple was one of the altcoins to get a big move this week and started that whole series of massive altcoin jumps. So we got our big move, bit of a pullback from there. We got a bit of a triple top over here near 90 cents, and we had a doji candlestick on our previous candlestick, very flat doji, and our current candlestick is also setting up as a doji. So what happened here is we basically are consolidating back into our Bollinger Band range, which is exactly what I predicted actually, and that's nothing really to worry about. It's pretty standard movement. It's just healthy to re-enter the Bollinger Band range. You really can't trade outside of those for a long time, and that's what we're seeing here, right? It's just re-entering that range. That's a bit more normal. Still holding above the 80 line, it looks like, so as long as we don't dip below 70, we should still have some bullish momentum here. MACD and RSI still looking okay. We'll just have to see if we can break above the high of this candlestick, which is 77 cents. That could potentially mean that we put in a bit of a short-term bottom and that will start bouncing back towards 90 cents. But for now, if we get a bit of consolidation, that is pretty likely and kind of just normal, expected, healthy price action, I would say. Let's see what's been going on with NEO. NEO got a nice move here, broke out of the symmetrical triangle range. We're going to be looking for a continuation of that move all the way up to 58 cents, at which point that'll be the all-time high, and we can see if we can get a break above that, right? We have crossed over some resistance levels on the RSI, and could see move that higher above 70 line, MACD uptrending, and histogram as well. NEO looking pretty good here. Let's go and see what's happening with Verge. Looks like Verge putting in a green candlestick today, up slightly. Now, of course, like I said, Verge has been consolidating for a while now, kind of like we did over here. That's exactly what I was predicting, and we are still downtrending on the MACD. Until we see that turn over like we did over here, it's probably just going to continue to consolidate, which is fine. I am buying Verge at these levels, and the RSI looking okay, pretty flat here, nothing much to say. As far as that price action goes, we did sell off quite a bit from our high today, which was $8.80, which isn't the best sign, and that's a little bit of an inverted hammer candlestick. But as long as we hold above this middle band for now, really I just expect consolidation around $8 until we get some kind of clear sign that we're going to get some kind of breakout, right? We can see that the bands are starting to convert towards the price, and that'll further tighten up the range and make the price consolidate, really. So basically, just more consolidation here for Verge. Let's go over to Monero now and take a look at what it's been doing. Monero, one of the best cryptocurrencies out there as far as actual price action goes. Amazing uptrend. This has been lasting for quite a while now after its pretty long consolidation, and it's pretty much non-stop here. As you can see, it's even starting to take off again. So MACD intact here, still uptrending very nicely. Looks like we're peaking above the downtrend line on the histogram, which is good. We broke back above the 75 mark on the RSI, and I've been saying this, but that $75 75 line on the RSI is a pretty key level for Monero because it seems to be kind of dictate the strength of the price, right? So when we break above it, we usually see a bit of a continuation of that. So the current candlestick broke above $330. Sorry about that. And basically, we're moving back towards our all-time highs here. So it didn't make it above that just yet, but in the next couple of days, we could definitely see a move above that all-time high at $364 and climb towards $400 basically. Monero is looking good here, and it's true that if we just quickly compare it to some of the other cryptocurrencies out there that got massive moves, it's only at a $5 billion market cap, right? And it is a bit of a privacy coin, so it's in a different playing field, but it is still pretty small considering the fact that it's an established cryptocurrency. So it could definitely move higher here, right? A lot of these top 10 cryptocurrencies are moving into the 10, 15, $20 billion range, and will probably move even a bit higher than that in 2018. So Monero at $5 billion is obviously relatively small depending on how you look at it, right? let's take a look at what's been going on with Omise Go now. Looks like after our big breakout candlestick yesterday, where we put in a high of all-time high actually of $17.11, we sold off from that, went back above our previous all-time high resistance level. That was at $14.50. So we're currently trading below that and above our upper Bollinger Band line. So once again, those are hard levels to sustain. We could always see a bounce here and move back higher. We got a little bit of a rejection of the previous, our trend line over here on the RSI, which means that not enough strength to go above that just yet. We are still trading above the 70 line though, which is good. And at this point, we're probably just going to see it, it could really go either way. I think it's going to hold above this uptrend line no matter what happens, and we're just going to make our way back above this resistance level at $14.50, right? So basically, hopefully a slow and steady climb back to the high that it put in at $17.11, and it looks like Monero, will be reaching that $20 level relatively soon, right? It might take a month, 2, maybe even 3 at the most, I think, but it probably is going to get to that level. Let's see what's been happening with Lisk now, and it looks like Lisk is moving higher. We put in a bit of a bottom here, it looks like, so could see a move back towards the all-time highs here at around $12 basically, and that could happen pretty quickly because we did break above this $10.70 resistance level. I'm actually going to put that in because there was quite a bit of resistance there based on previous candlesticks. That's this level right over here. So if we hold above that, we probably will move higher and probably get a pretty strong move in the next few days where we break above the previous all-time highs. As far as the indicators go, it's looking like a really good setup, right? We have the RSI staying above this steep uptrend line, which isn't easy to do. Histogram MACD looking good, so I do think it'll be reaching back towards its all-time highs pretty quickly here. And let's go over and take a look at what's been going on with Cardano becoming pretty quickly one of the favorite cryptocurrencies out there, it seems like. Now, our previous all-time high was at, let's see, looks like the 2,000 Satoshi level right over here. We are currently trading above that, right? We put in a new all-time high at 2,274 Satoshis, so that's going to be the next resistance level to pay attention to. But nonetheless, this was an amazing move, and like I said, it'll probably move higher here, get towards that 50-cent range in due time. But we are trading above the upper Bollinger Band like we did over here. We'll probably see that pretty quickly move back into that Bollinger Band range. That's not necessarily see a drop like we did here though, but probably just consolidate back into that Bollinger Band range. I think that we have a pretty good chance of holding above this 2,000 Satoshi level. There's no real way to know though, because we did have a pullback after our big breakout last time, so that could happen. But I have a feeling based on the optimism and the bullishness in the community that it'll be able to hold these higher levels pretty well, and slowly but surely even go up higher, right? We're above the 70 line on the RSI, which is good. That means a bullish signal basically, and nothing really bad to say. Of course, we are putting a bit of a topping candlestick, doji candlestick, at the high here, so that could signify a bit of a reversal, but it could just mean that we'll consolidate above our support level. So it's a bit early to tell, but I'm not really worried about Cardano either way. Like I said, it really kind of pretty quickly already set itself up for being one of the main, big respected cryptocurrencies out there, which is pretty amazing. Finally, let's take a look at what's been going on with IOTA. And IOTA, of course, still having trouble with this downtrend line over here. It's actually only getting worse, it looks like, because we broke below the 60 line on the RSI, which is actually a pretty important support level. As far as the MACD goes, downtrending there, same thing on the histogram. And really, until we see a move back above this blue line here, that price will be very suppressed by this downtrend line and send the prices lower probably. You can even see that by the bit of a longer upper wick inverted hammer type candlestick that we had today on here right now. And of course, we can expect some type of bounce off this middle band. That's at $3.23. We'll have to see how strong it is around those levels. But if we see a crack below that, we're going to go, much lower here, maybe down to $2.50. And there's not that much support back until these lower levels. So I don't want to, call for a crisis just yet, I guess, but it's not looking great. And we do have this downtrend line that's going to create some problems as far as technicals go. So I would say, we're still above the $3 mark, but if we break below that, things get pretty ugly, basically, is kind of my conclusion here. Other than that, everyone, this is the end of my daily crypto update. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, everyone.